Now the next heading of the chapter is prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. So on the basis of their nuclear organization, cells are categorized into two categories, that is prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. So prokaryotic means cells having primitive nucleus, means the nucleus is not properly developed, you can say. In this nucleus, nuclear material is not surrounded by the nuclear membrane, and the genetic material is equivalent to a single molecule of DNA. Means when we see this prokaryotic cell under the microscope, we will see that a single molecule of DNA is there, circular DNA, and it does not form chromatin. So only single circular DNA is present in the prokaryotic cell, and it does not form chromatin, and these are a single cell, and they do not have well organized nucleus. Well organized nucleus means nuclear membrane is not there around the nuclear genetic material, and then inside that of course means chromatin material is not there, only just single molecule of DNA is there, and then nucleolus is also not there inside it. So it's a very what you can say primitive nucleus. These cells lack several cell organelles also. Means all the cell organelles are not there, like we discussed in the lower classes animal cells and the plant cells, and inside that so many cell organelles are there. So these cell organelles are absent in the prokaryotic cells, like mitochondria, rhizome, endoplasmic reticulum, chloroplast, nucleolus. They all are absent or lacks there in the prokaryotic cell. Bacteria and blue-green algae are example of prokaryotic cells. Then eukaryotic cells. Eu means true, karyons means nucleus. So they are the cells where the proper nucleus is there, true nucleus is there. Means the genetic material is enclosed by the nuclear membrane, and inside the nuclear membrane chromatin fibers are there. Of course nucleolus is also there. So the nuclear material is enclosed in a nuclear membrane. This is the difference between the eukaryotic and the prokaryotic cell. And of course the molecule of DNA, difference in the molecule of DNA also, because in prokaryotes single circular DNA is there in the prokaryotic cells, and in eukaryotic cells chromatin fibers are there, or the more DNA molecules are there. And the cells having well organized nucleus and have well developed membrane bound organelles such as mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosome, chloroplast, and nucleolus. Eukaryotic cells occur in plants, animals, fungi, and protozoa. Now here we'll just discuss the differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. So the size of cell if we talk about prokaryotic cells, they are small in size, 1 to 10 micrometer, and eukaryotic cells, they are 5 to 100 micrometer. Nucleus, as I just discussed, they are just primitive nucleus in the prokaryotic cells, and its nuclear membrane lacks or the absent in the prokaryotic cells, and the nuclear membrane is surrounded the nuclear material or the DNA material. So it's having the nuclear membrane in the eukaryotic cells. Chromosome, if we talk about chromosome, single molecule of circular DNA is present in the primitive nucleus or the prokaryotic nucleus, and in eukaryotic nucleus more than one chromosomes are present. Nucleolus is absent in the prokaryotic cells, and nucleolus is present in the eukaryotic cells. Membrane bound cell organelles are absent in the prokaryotic cells, and they are present in the eukaryotic cells. Now the next heading, cell shape, size, and number. So let's start cell shape. So cell, if we just see that there is a great variation in their shape. and that according to their function, means the shape is according to the function, so that they can do in a proper way, and means that the function can be performed by the cell in a what you can say, in a easier way, in a means the shape helps in the functioning, which makes the function easy, like a spindle shaped. And this shape you find in the muscle cell, so that it helpful in contraction and relaxation. And then nerve cells are elongated because throughout the body, or you can say all the part of the body, they are just controlled by the brain, and the nerves, they are actually just like the cord, so the messages are passed through it. So this elongated structure helpful in passing the message from one part to the another part. Then oval red blood cells are oval, so it easily move in the thin blood vessels. And there are so many different shapes are found, like kidney shape, dicot stomatal cell are the kidney shape, or monocot stomatal cells are the dumbbell shape, or germ cells are the cuboidal, and in the same way branched. So the different shape can be found, which helpful or which facilitate the function. There is a great variation found in the size also. The smallest known cell is the mycoplasma or pleuropneumonia like organism. Its size varies from 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer, and the bacterial cell is 0.5 to 5 micrometer. Human red blood cell is 7 to 20 micrometer. Human liver and kidney cells 20 to 30 micrometer. So there is a great variation in size also. Here is the fact that small size cells are more efficient in working. Means small size means larger surface area. Why? Because if the small size of cells are there, they can be more in number. So that means the larger surface area. So the more diffusion will be. So that helpful in diffusion of the nutrient as well as the respiratory gases, and the metabolic waste and carbon dioxide. Then the next is cell number. So here organisms are categorized into two categories, that is unicellular and multicellular. Means if the organism is made up of one cell or the single cell, then it is known as unicellular organism, like amoeba, paramecium, euglena, chlamydomonas, etc. And if the organism are made up of more than one cells, then it is known as or you can say if the organism made up of many cells or several cells, then it is known as multicellular organism. Newly born human body has 2 trillion cells, while an adult man has about 100 trillion cells. Means we are the multicellular organism, and so many organism in our surrounding, we can see they are the multicellular organism only, and because their body is made up of several cells.